TTAL Executive Chairman calls for better service from Caribbean Airlines. Education Ministry announces new code for hairstyles in schools. Prime Minister Dr. Keith Rowley accused of making seditious comments. And in sport, Jareem Richards wins gold at CAC Games. Good evening, I'm Patricia Nicholson-Richards. This is the Tobago Updates television news for Thursday, 6th July 2023. Topping the news tonight, Caribbean Airlines continues to be a sore point for many Tobagonians as it fails to meet the demand for the air bridge daily. Additionally, decision makers seem to have little understanding of Tobagonians' daily struggles and reliance on this inter-island mode of transportation. The issue reared its head at the recent Joint Select Committee of Parliament, where the Tobago Tourism Agency was questioned. Here's reporter Candice Jackson with the details.
Caribbean Airlines recently launched a new route from St. Kitts to Port of Spain, Barbados and Antigua as it seeks to increase interconnectivity within the region. However, the air bridge between Trinidad and Tobago remains woefully inadequate for an airline with TNT's government as the major stakeholder. Prior to the COVID-19 pandemic, a total of 24 flights were scheduled daily. The current number of flights stand at 12. With the last flight leaving Trinidad at 8:45 p.m. It does not facilitate international arrivals landing late at Piarco who are desirous of traveling to Tobago or Tobagonians with late engagements in Trinidad. Additionally, when major events are occurring in Tobago, CAL typically increases flights based on the number of travelers physically present at the airport and the availability of planes. Member of Parliament's Joint Select Committee, Lisa Morris-Julian, believed the situation might be as a result of communication issues between the Tobago Tourism Agency and CAL.
How do you connect? How do you make the decision? Can you simply say, we're having this event here, or we notice that these promoters are having this event?
TTAL Executive Chairman Alicia Edwards explained that CAL treats Tobago as the outside woman, meaning that they are aware of the problems but fail to address them. She said the questioning at the JSC is also indicative of a perennial problem faced by Tobagonians.
There has been a national unwillingness and a lack of full appreciation for the concerns of Tobago people in a number of areas. And it's all about you need to walk in the shoes of a man in order to appreciate what the man is going through.
Chief Secretary Fali Augustine proposed to foot the bill for the airport in Tobago to remain open longer to facilitate later flights. Each previous Chief Secretary and Executive Council member raised concerns about CAL's inefficiency. Tourism stakeholders throughout the years tirelessly called for better arrangements. The business sector complained bitterly, yet CAL refuses to change its schedule.
Our counterparts in Trinidad see Tobago as a getaway destination. And because they have planned those getaways 3 or 4 or 5 months in advance and secured their flights and everything else, they think that there is some difficulty. They don't understand why Tobago people cannot get through with the same ease that they do.
CAL consistently said that the air bridge is economically unsustainable. Despite government subsidies and the increase in airfare since January, CAL's position remains the same. They disregard the need for Tobagonians to be able to travel easily between the islands in the same way that rural parts of Trinidad are linked to Port of Spain by highways.
So CAL's posturing and that it is really an economic issue and the route is unviable does not take into account that the historical arrangement between Trinidad and Tobago since 1889 has not allowed or facilitated a third option for Tobagonians to move off Tobago.
I am Candice Jackson, reporting for Tobago Updates Television News.
In light of an incident at Trinity College where several male students were prevented from attending their graduation ceremony due to their hairstyles, the Ministry of Education released a new policy for hairstyles across schools in Trinidad and Tobago. The National School Code of Conduct was therefore modified to incorporate a national school hair code after discussions with education stakeholders. This code allows all pupils to sport afros, cornrows, twists, locks and plaits, while female students are permitted to use weaves and braids as hair extensions. The ministry further stated that the National School Hair Code will be implemented for the upcoming academic year 2023 to 2024. In other news, Trinidad and Tobago was shaken by an earthquake today. According to the UE Seismic Research Center, the earthquake occurred at 11:54 a.m. and registered at 4.3 magnitude on the Richter scale. However, other earthquake monitors recorded the shake at 4.9 on the Richter scale. It originated at a depth of 9 kilometers with its epicenter just north of Port of Spain. The earthquake was felt throughout the country as well as in Venezuela and Grenada. We take a short break and return with much more news. Stay close.
Come one, come all. It's time to join in the Tobago Heritage Festival 2023. Homage. All are we and all are who we be. To Tobago. Indulge in the awesomeness that is embodied in the spirit of Tobago at the 36th Tobago Heritage Festival. Celebrate a rich, vibrant, hypnotic showcase of our cultural legacy. Yes, from July 21st to August 1st, 2023. Take the island tour. Sample the sumptuous variety of local indigenous delicacies. Enjoy the recreation of old-time village life. Dance to the drum. Feel the rhythm of steel pan. Experience the way of life, languages, and oral traditions. Be part of the journey to our we heritage, honoring our past, celebrating our present, and inspiring our future. Relive our unique culture. Join in the preservation of the heritage of we island of Tobago.
Inner Health, number 13B, Portmore, Scarborough, Tobago, with over 25 years experience, offering services in and not limited to microscopic blood analysis, reflexology, and the sale of a wide range of organic herbal products used to supplement thyroid, lymphatic, heart, kidney, and brain health, and the male and female reproductive systems. Come and chat with us. Remember, your health is your wealth.
This is how it's gonna go. They better look up below, 'cause this is your show, and everybody's gonna know. Say it to them once again. They better look up below. This is your show, and everybody's gonna know. That's how it's gonna go. They better look up below, 'cause this is your show.
From the experts that created the Zinger sandwich comes the KFC Crispy Barbecue Zinger.
The only one I see is you.
Cheddar cheese, crispy onions, the most delicious Kentucky Fried Chicken, and barbecue sauce. Get ready for a whole new level of flavor.
Carnival is currently launching its mass band for the Tobago Carnival. They are the second band to launch ahead of October's festivities. However, one of the largest bands which took part in the 2022 edition is opting not to participate this year. Here is why in this report from Candice Jackson.
The Secretary of Tourism, Culture, Antiquities and Transportation, Tasha Burris, assured the House during the budget debate that planning is happening for Tobago Carnival 2023.
You say nobody and nothing happening. You're talking about carnival planning. You ever stop to think that we never stopped planning since last year? You ever stop to think that a lot of things are happening behind closed doors, behind the scenes to make sure that what we put out this year is a great product? But yet all the talk you're talking about, band leaders don't know nothing and whatnot, and band launching every week up and down the place.
Jade Monkey Mask launched their band nearly 3 weeks ago. Blush Carnival is currently launching, and Iconic Mask will be rolling out their offerings next weekend. However, Arcadia Mask would not be on the list preparing for October's Carnival. Band leader Tiba De Leon is not satisfied with the preparation efforts.
I think last year, the actual carnival, I know last year, the body of the carnival was basically carried and marketed by the bands, which in itself, to me, it's not a good thing, right? Because the carnival itself and the body that manages and facilitates the carnival process is responsible as well for marketing.
Arcadia had one of the largest bands on the road for the inaugural Tobago Carnival, and De Leon claimed they lost money to produce it.
As you're looking at upwards of 250,000 up to get a good production, and that is just without even selling a costume. That is upfront. So with that being said, we just decided that we'll take a step back this year.
Additionally, he said that the current state of the inter-island travel is making the decision to invest in Carnival difficult.
What's not playing in our factor is the air bridge. So we have an air bridge that is depleted, as it's easier for me to stand in Piaco Airport and go to Miami or New York than to come to Tobago. So with that being said, to get people here is our next issue.
Leon complained about the late planning for the 2022 Tobago Carnival, hoping that it would be one of the lessons learned in preparation for the 2023 edition.
We are in July, and till this day, we have not heard a word about the carnival. And as a result, we are not going to do the same thing over and over and expecting a different result.
Instead, Arcadia Mass is considering other options for investment. I am Candace Jackson reporting for Tobago Updates Television News.
So one attorney at law was critical of Prime Minister Dr. Keith Rowley's racial remarks on a recent PNM political platform. We have all the details in this report.
I'm concerned about is the Prime Minister of this country getting on his political party platform in St. James and telling the country that the Parliament could possibly pass a law that will provide guns to one ethnicity to kill people of another ethnicity.
Attorney at law Clyde Weatherhead said that Prime Minister Dr. Keith Rowley's statements border on sedition.
What the Prime Minister did that night was attempt to introduce the notion that the two major ethnicities in this country, and in particular in Trinidad, should be fighting one another. And that is what, in the Sedition Act.
Despite the emotion behind the statements, Weatherhead explained that such a law cannot be passed under the Constitution of Trinidad and Tobago.
He has given an interpretation to a proposed policy from his opposing party. And it is not law, it is not even a bill in Parliament, it is nowhere being discussed, except on the platform. And he comes and says, here's an example of what this stand your ground law kind of thing can do.
Meanwhile, following a formal complaint filed by the National Transformation Alliance, the Council for Responsible Political Behavior chastised the Prime Minister for what they describe as race-baiting statements. According to the complaint, the Prime Minister's remarks contained offensive and inflammatory language that could have serious and long-term consequences. The Council concluded after reviewing the Prime Minister's speech that the language used was clearly inappropriate and insensitive. I am Candace Jackson reporting for Tobago Updates Television News.
Our sport report is next. Stay tuned.
Dance Ensemble Tobago presents the return July 8th, 2023 from 5 p.m. Dance Sport Championship and Dancing with Caribbean Stars 10th edition at the Shore Park Complex, representing for 2023 THA Assemblyman Natisha Charles Pantin. Rise and Shine Morning Show host Brother B. Former host of Let's Talk Tobago, Avian Parks, Lady Morge of Pulse 89.5 FM, Cara Vaughan of Freedom 106.5 FM, Michelle Borrell of 107.7 FM. For more information, contact tobagodanceport@gmail.com or Miss N. White 772-9049
or Miss N. Dick 340-5758. Admission only $150. Children only $75 at the door. Tickets available at D&D Jewelers, Tobago United Corporate, Milford 24 Gas Station, Crown Point, Tobago, and Dance Ensemble. Class members after party from 10 p.m. till midnight. Don't you miss this one.
Tobago, after freeness is more speed and better TV. Get a free Samsung smartphone and free installation, plus 200 megabits per second, Paramount Plus, and more for only $299 with a select 200 plan from Flow. Visit online at discoverflow.co today.
Are you looking for a place for your loved ones? Heavenly Care welcomes you. Located at Northside Road opposite Massey Motors, we offer a variety of services. These include doctor visitations, social activities, geriatric care, and much more. Contact us at 277-9595 or visit us at Northside Road opposite Massey Motors. At Heavenly Care, compassion is at the heart of all care.
Everybody only worrying. Never ever worry. Don't mind how things looking hard. I tell them never ever worry. If your nice car get damaged bad, I tell them never ever worry. What I'm saying is true. So just consider Tatil is always right here for you. I tell them never ever worry. Don't mind if life make you sad. I tell them never ever worry. If your house get flooded out real bad, I tell them never ever worry. What I'm saying is true. So just consider Tatil is always right here for you. I tell them never ever worry. If sickness catch you off guard, I tell them never ever worry. If times fall on you real hard, I tell them never ever worry. What I'm saying is true. So just consider Tatil will always be here for you.
Never worry about a thing. Tatil, where people are people. You know what I mean.
Welcome to a sport report. Trinidad and Tobago's elite athlete Jereme Richards walked away with a gold medal at the Central American and Caribbean Games in San Salvador. Not only did he win a medal, he also set a new record in the men's 400-meter race. Here's Luke James Trim with the details.
Jereme Richards ran away with gold in the men's 400-meter final, clocking in a new personal best time of 44.54 seconds on Thursday night at the CAC Games in San Salvador. Also medaling at the Games was TNT's Olympic champion Keyshawn Walcott, who received gold in the men's javelin throw with the best mark of 83.60 meters. Adding to the gold medal count were Carlton Hosten, Kion Benjamin, Eric Harrison and Devin Augustine in the men's 4x100 relay final with a time of 38.30 seconds. Competing in the women's 4x100, Sana Frederick, Akila Lewis, Leah Bertrand and Rhea Thomas placed second and received a silver medal with a time of 43.43 seconds. Team TTO medal count stands at 17 thus far, consisting of 7 gold, 6 silver and 4 bronze. Luke James Shrim, Tobago Updates Television News.
The Tobago Martial Arts Association is hoping to introduce karate in a big way to Tobago. Called the first international karate camp, Sensei Danny Roberts said it would take place at 4 locations around the Tobago.
The reason why we spread the camp out like that is because all these different areas will be coming together to compete for bragging rights. That's the first thing. So they're going to have a bragging rights with this thing. So if someone feel that they like the art form and they want to get involved, they just want to experiment with this is the opportunity for them.
Roberts hopes that karate fighters from Tobago will emerge from the camps to compete at the national and international levels, including the Olympics. But aside from the professional international opportunities, Roberts believes the sport can assist in the development of well-rounded citizens in society.
This camp is going to be more of the sports karate part, the developmental part of the sports karate. They'll be doing katas and they'll be doing committee. Right, so that's what we'll be focusing on the camp, and of course we'll be working with the discipline aspect because we focus heavily on that.
Additionally, he wants to incorporate some of Tobago's traditional values into the sport.
It's because what we are trying to do, because we're Tobagonian first. And so even though we learn the art form outside, what we're trying to do is to keep some of our values and our main core values within the art form.
Camp runs from July 17th to August 25th for children and young people who are interested. Well, following the failure of the West Indies team to qualify for the ICC World Cup, Prime Minister Dr. Keith Rowley was appointed to lead a CARICOM subcommittee aiming to restore West Indies cricket to its former glory days. Dr. Rowley declared himself a passionate fan of West Indies cricket and hopes he can make a difference. Here's Luke James Trim with more.
Chairman of CARICOM and Dominica Prime Minister Roosevelt Skerritt made the announcement during the closing press conference of the 45th regular meeting of the CARICOM Heads of Government held at the Hyatt Regency on Wednesday. Dr. Rowley is no stranger to cricket in the region as he was previously on a CARICOM subcommittee for cricket. Dr. Rowley, along with other leaders in the region, including Prime Minister of St. Vincent and the Grenadines, Dr. Ralph Gonsalves, and former Grenada Prime Minister Dr. Keith Mitchell, have been vocal when it comes to the West Indies cricket. Skerritt said the subcommittee will meet with West Indies Cricket Board soon. He said, "We have agreed with the president of the West Indies Cricket Board and Cricket West Indies to meet sometime next week where we shall discuss West Indies cricket and how we can work together to better position our cricket in the Caribbean to come back to the glorious days." I am Luke James Shrim reporting for Tobago Updates Television News.
And that's it for Sport Report, but more news coming up right after this.
October will never be better with Tobago Carnival fever. Book your passage and come on over.
Right now, Tobagonians are just currying down to Bonaccord, right in Stobie Local Road. You know why? To come down and shop at Authentic Builders General Hardware, the only hardware store in Tobago that is giving you guys Trinidad prices. So for instance, such as steel, 1/2 inch and 5/8, $7,895. 5/8 construction ply for $260. Every single thing that you will need to do your home renovation or start your new construction, we have it right here. And to get your quotation, it's very easy. Just WhatsApp us at 272-1990 and we will do your free WhatsApp quotation for you.
Tobago Glass Supplies has been a leading name for over 37 years in the glass and aluminum market in Tobago. We provide an extensive range of high-quality, innovative aluminum and glass products for commercial and residential use. Competitive prices with superior and professional services by committed employees who are guided by rigid quality standards. Tobago Glass Supplies specializes in the manufacture and installation of glass and aluminum products that are essential to today's homeowners and the business environment. We are engaged in marketing, sales, and installation of a variety of products. These ranges from windows and doors to necessities such as mirrors for homes and vehicles, designed and manufactured in-house or imported.
Jimmy's Holiday Resorts has 1, 2, and 3 bedroom fully self-contained apartments located at the heart of Crown Point. Minutes walk to the popular beaches, restaurants, bars, and the airport. Enjoy our amazing amenities such as fully equipped apartments, complete with Wi-Fi, AC, TV, and a pool, and a mini-mart on the compound. Call 639-8292 or 8929. Jimmy's Holiday Resorts is your family's home away from home. The best place to stay in Tobago is at Thorn's Place with rates starting as low as 200 TT. Call or WhatsApp 745-7306 or 682-8676. We are located uptown Scarborough, 5 minutes away from the port. Remember, at Thorn's Place, our aim is to make your stay safe and affordable.
MI4 Security Services Company is the most advanced security service in Tobago. Ask about our cash and transit service. It's safe, risk-free, reliable, and timely. We provide safe banking delivery for all business types and sizes with highly trained staff, 24/7 monitoring, coordinated emergency response, and a well-maintained fleet of armored vehicles. Contact us at 660-7723 or visit our website at www.mi4securitytt.com to sign up today.
Bishop's High School star basketballer Chris Roberts recently returned from a basketball camp in Canada, where he had the opportunity to learn from NBA players and coaches. He appeared on the Tobago Updates morning show and shared his experience. Here's more.
For Bishop's High School graduate Chris Roberts, being selected to attend the NBA's Basketball Without Borders camp was a chance of a lifetime. He was able to interact with NBA players who were once a part of the camp and moved on to be professional players.
Benedict Mathurin, it's our guy Chris Boucher who plays with the Toronto Raptors. It's our Lou Dort who plays with the Oklahoma City Thunder. And they were NBA coaches. They were Steph Curry's shooting coaches actually there. The assistant coaches from throughout the league and coaches from colleges.
The camp took place from June 22nd to June 25th in Montreal, Canada. He was nominated by the National Basketball Federation of Trinidad and Tobago after his stellar performance in the 2023 Secondary Schools Basketball League.
The camp for me was less about developing skill and more about developing knowledge on the game and knowing when to do certain things. And how to do certain things when you're playing basketball at a higher level. So that's what I took away. The ways in which to be able to read the game.
The 16-year-old led the BHS Eagles to the top place in the under-19 division while also receiving MVP honors during the past year. Roberts credits his coaches at the Bishop's High School, Kerry Celestine and Atiba De Leon, for spotting the basketball talent and encouraging him to pursue the sport that has opened many doors for him.
Basketball, I don't know what it is, but it's just hard to explain the love for the game. But it's just like a good experience. It gives me the opportunity, as with most sports, to go new places that I just did, to meet new people and just to... I don't know, give me opportunity.
Roberts has aspirations of one day playing in the NBA. Luke James Shrim reporting for Tobago Updates Television News.
Recapping the headlines, TTAL Executive Chairman calls for better service from Caribbean Airlines. Education Ministry announces new code for hairstyles in schools. Prime Minister Dr. Keith Rowley accused of making seditious comments. And in sport, Jereme Richards wins gold at CAC Games. I'm Patricia Nicholson Richards. Thank you so much for joining us and wishing you good night.